What's up, guys? Good morning. We are diving back into requests of all types. We're looking at Aurora. It's been a minute, and I'm excited. One of my favorites. This one is called "The Weight of Missing." Is that like a nice way of saying FOMO? Um, we if you haven't seen any of my reactions to Aurora, we love Aurora on this channel. I adore her. I'm always excited to dive more into her catalog. This is more recent though. I think this is only what, like a month or two old. And I've got quite a few asks. I'm just a little bit behind right now, but make sure, do me a favor, go support Aurora, go like, go subscribe, please. It does help the artists, and that's what we're here for, is to support. If you get some time after that, love to have your support as well. Please like, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Appreciate that very much. Us creators, reactors, etc., could use all the support we can get right now, just with what's kind of going on with this whole UMG mess. But anyways, let's. Okay, so I was live yesterday. I'll be live tomorrow. I may even be live tonight, but not on my channel. We'll see. I haven't heard from dude, um, but so we're going live more often, I guess is what I'm saying. And I'm not going live this Saturday like I usually do because I'll be in San Diego. So let's dive in. Happy Wednesday. Good morning. It's early. And this, by the way, is just a visualizer, which is, I mean, I fogged it out a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. She does her visualizers. It's not a full-on music video. It's going to be her probably, moving around. I'm guessing because I've seen some other visualizers she did. This is long. Okay.
The world today has changed. You're no longer here, and I feel strange. Now every moment spent with you, and the love within my heart feels like a wound. And though it hurts, it feels good too. In the warmth of every memory I have of you, while I live on. And though love comes with pain, I never love in vain.
Okay. So this is just like a really, she has this way of like, instead of like, obviously we know she's got this unique style, super unique, and she's a very, very special soul, but she has this way of delivering lyrics and verses. Not even that. It's almost like she delivers emotions vocally. Like I always say, it's one thing to sing a song and deliver a message. It's another thing to be able to emote, a feeling and deliver emotions, right? Which is kind of what she's really good at that. So I mean, she sounds beautiful. She always does, and this is kind of just a song about your sort of what goes on within a person internally while dealing with grief of losing somebody. So the weight of the missing, that's exactly what that is, right?
I hold on to all those days, the times I had you here in my embrace.
Also, it's important to sort of with situations like that in losing somebody, knowing how to treat their memories. Um, there's a lot of different emotions that that they can come out when trying to the a hard point to get to, but the point you have to kind of get to is in celebration of times that you had, and that's the best way that you can sort of treat memories. There's other ways that you can go with that, but that's kind of, I guess, the most healthy place to be, right? But anyways.
The biggest gift I ever knew was to love you, knowing that you love me too.
Like that line.
And now the big sleep keeps you safe as she lets you close your eyes in her embrace.
That's an interesting way to refer to that, to like personify a passing. And now the big sleep keeps you safe as she lets you close to her eyes in her embrace. That's like a kind of a beautiful way to look at it, right?
You can lie here forever in our hearts, as long as we're apart. I can't forgive our stolen time, that I can't just have you sit here by my side.
And that's kind of another part of what I was talking about. Another stage of grieving is, and I'm not saying that she was going there, but like having sort of these hints of anger towards what sort of could have been, and having somebody sort of taken from you. So there's something of a selfish aspect sometimes, but in a sense, when like, why was this person taken from me, from this world, and there's a lot of questioning, a lot of doubt. She says, I can't forgive our stolen time. So if you refer to it as stolen, you feel like it's been taken from you, and you can't forgive it, which is a really tough thing to do. Some people, they it's sort of like have that mentality of like everything happens for a reason, and then you have things happen to you that make you question that, like, okay, well, what was that reason, but anyways.
And I know I'll miss you all my years, but the weight of missing you is worth each tear.
And appreciation.
And still I feel you everywhere, in the sun that rises each morning, in summer air, in the mountains that sings, in the blossom in the shadows, in the snow, in the candle that glows. I can feel you. I can feel you.
I was just thinking a second ago, like a lot of the times with her lyrics are very cryptic, and I always notice these elements of, she'll bring like natural, you know, she uses like nature sort of things in a lot of her elements and seasons and stuff like that. And I was like, in my head, I was, a minute ago, I was like, this song's not really cryptic at all. It's very, you know, it's very obvious kind of what the meaning of this is and the point of this is. And I'm like, I haven't really heard her like lean on or use any references, like, you know, like, and then she got into the third verse here. We got the sun that rises each morning, the summer air in the mountains that sings, and the blossoms in spring, and the autumn that cries, and each tear that I dry, and the shadows and the snow, and the candle that glows. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful writing. But she, I like that whole verse. It's just sort of like acceptance, and you know, because you follow up your you know, so you have different phases of grieving, and there's all sorts of emotions that come out. And at this point, you know, the end of the song, she kind of zips up here with sort of just accepting and trying to find fragments of memories and things that she can hold on to regardless of where she is. Mountains, autumn, in the shadows, in the snow, in the wherever, in the summer, in the sun. And wherever you go, you can find positives in, you know, and things that can sort of attach memories to something natural that you see every day, which is helpful, because it helps sort of lessen the blow, right, of not having somebody. If you can attach pieces of memories and pieces of them in your daily life, right?
You'll be with me until we meet again, our darling and my friend.
Interesting. The last line there kind of caught me off guard, because she refers to it as our darling and my friend. You could very easily twist that to this being sung for a child. I'd like to think of our as the collective our, you know, like the world. We have lost somebody great, you know, and my friend. I think it's probably, you know, I think it's probably that. But first she says our darling, I was like, huh, kind of perked my ears a little bit, but thought about it. Yeah, I think it's more so like our darling, like we have all lost somebody that we love. That's, you know, not just our darling, but my friend, right? Yeah, that's not the the happiest, most upbeat tune to get going on a Wednesday, but it's an interestingly, it's a beautifully sad, you know, it's an interesting interpretation of how to find both sadness and beauty in grief. And I think it's possible, but it's tough, and it's time consuming, and it's, you got to kind of learn how to do it, because most of the time when people deal like in those situations, a lot of the time they haven't ever dealt with a situation like that before. with losing somebody very, very, very close. And the first time is always going to be, you know, the worst, and also kind of a learning process. And that's going to be probably the most painful, to you kind of learn how to cope, right? Beautifully sung. She's got this delicate way of delivering a message and emotions that's, even though this is it's if you could relate, it's a hard song to listen through, but the way that she delivers it softens that, right? um but anyways, we'll keep it moving here. I love Aurora. She's one of my favorites to check out on my channel for sure. Definitely go support. This is called The Weight of Missing. I gave my thoughts on it throughout, so we'll cut it here. But otherwise, yeah, love to have you guys here. Please like, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. We will keep it moving. We'll talk to you in the next.